Remember that there was widespread debate and uncertainty when South African rugby teams switched from the southern hemisphere and looked north. Once in the United Rugby Championship, South African franchises experienced teething problems, but the strength of the local game came to the fore with 3 teams qualifying for the last 8. eNCA's Justin Ford has more.
2 South African rugby franchises will compete for the URC title. This has come as a pleasant surprise for the majority of the game supporters in the country.
I think, whether you're a DHL Stormers supporter, whether you're a Vodacom Bull supporter, I think you can be extremely proud as a supporter to see what these 2 teams have done throughout the season, the way that it started and now to be in the final. Obviously from my point of view, I can never get away from the fact that the Western Province and the Stormers have always been the team that I represented and that I support, but I am also yes, biased in terms of that, but also I'm a supporter of rugby in South Africa, and I truly appreciate what the Bulls have done, what Jake White has done for that team, and I'm just loving the fact that we have a final in South Africa. We can celebrate South African rugby, we can celebrate what these 2 teams have done. You take the Stormers and the adversity that they have faced off the field for a number of years now, and still they're hosting a final,
Gio Applon, who's played for both teams, says the alignment with the Northern Hemisphere is good for SA Rugby.
I think obviously it's a massive compliment to our players. You also have to take into account that most of our senior Springboks and a lot of our players are playing overseas, and then to go the first in a competition and then play in the final with both our teams, taking into account that halfway through the season we were struggling overseas and people were asking questions about what is these guys doing in the competition. So it's a massive compliment for obviously the North-South or traditionally strong teams to be in the final. So I think we can actually say South African rugby is in a good place.
Whether it is a Stormers or Bulls victory at the Cape Town Stadium, what is clear is that South African rugby is currently in a healthy state. Justin Ford, Cape Town.